right into this. Just give me 2 seconds. Hello, you guys. Hello, hello. So today we're gonna be doing something a little bit special. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and now seemed like a decent time to do so. So I am still setting up. Sorry. So today, we are going to be re-experiencing Final Fantasy XIV from the start. It's been quite a few years since I started the game, and they've made quite a bit of progress in making it easier to progress, changing some things up, and so I thought I would go through the game again, but in a different language for Japanese, because I wanted to see the difference between the English and the JP. And I wanted to just start on a new character and stick with it, because I've made alts in the past, but I never really stuck with one. And so I decided to make one and start. See if there's another world we can try. My homeworld, no, we can't do that one. I guess we are going to... We can't go to Brynhilde either? Alright. So this is an alt I made in the past but never really stuck with. He's actually, like... For my main, he's technically the love interest for my main warrior plate, but this is a different version of him. This is the new version, because I'm redoing their story all completely. So I guess here we go. We'll go ahead and start. Before we do that, I want to double check to be absolutely sure, because I've made this mistake in the past. Yep, Japanese, okay. So here we go. Sorry if I sound a little bit weird right now, I just woke up. Currently full. Alright, give us a few minutes, because the world is currently full, so they're having to put me in queue. This is a little bit embarrassing. But while I do this, I will be opening up my water and taking a drink. Yeah, while we wait, I'll explain. I've been playing this game since the year after Heavensward came out, I believe. So quite a bit of time has passed since I first started playing. So this will be interesting. Let me get all situated. I'm not going to be able to do this consistently since I will be away for the weekend. Hey, it's my cat boy. Such an iconic opening scene to me. I shouldn't say iconic, but nostalgic, I guess. Oh my gosh. This is different in JP. I've forgotten how loud the cutscenes were. Sorry if you saw that. I went to go plug my keyboard in. Hey you. Sorry, I'm gonna try my best to do voice acting, but I'm like super stuffed up right now. You alright, lad? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it though, don't worry. You can already see my favorite characters, like from the start. It's great. You there, halt! What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. Also, this is like very late at night, so I'm gonna try to keep myself a little bit contained and quieter. And my boyfriend is also in the other room playing VR chat, so if you hear him, I apologize. I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Sir, look, Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Whoa. I can't do noises like that, I'm sorry. Amalja to arms, to arms. Hey. They don't even react, they're just sitting there. Sorry. 7 hells. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Your tricks were foiled, sir. Phew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've got a long ride ahead of us... I'm sorry, my stupid reading stuff is kicking in already. Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? I swear I can read you guys. Them youngins don't care much for conversation, see? My favorite characters already from scene 1. Brent's the name, and Pedlin's me game. Headset is really, really loud. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. Yeah. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now, that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Always this question. Doesn't really make a difference in the long run, but... we'll see power. I did a game power. Power? As in, power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting. That's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventure business. When you arrive in town, you'd best enroll at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild neither. Ulda's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a sword, your fists, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ulda? I wonder if I should just say yes, because he'll explain the lore. We'll go with yes. It is? Well then, let this journeyed itinerant, is that how you say that? Itinerant, that's how you say it. Tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ulda is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know it, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of Her Grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the royalists, and the royalists ain't nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, thrown the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course the lizard men, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about Uldan politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need breed and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold, Ulda, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold. Ayy. Sorry, I'm readjusting myself.
アルデナード小大陸の南端、荒野ザナラーン。砂の都と称されるウルダハは、遠方からの大将たちが行き交う交易都市国家である。
Obviously, the translations aren't going to be completely accurate, but yeah.
かつて鉱山都市として栄えたこの都市は、黄金都市と言われるほどの富であふれている。厚い城壁に囲まれた宝石のごとき豪奢な都市に、今一人の冒険者が訪れようとしている。
I mean, the translations are going to be accurate, but they're not going to be, like, exact.
己の運命を知らぬ者。
I feel bad now that I said not accurate. They're not going to be exact. Translation stuff, it makes it a little bit different whenever you're, like, dubbing something over its original, like, native language. So there's only so much you can put in one, like, audio bubble for, like, the audio or whatever. So of course, like, what they say in the audio actually is going to be different in the JP language. But since we're playing it in English, it's going to be what the English version is supposed to be saying. If that makes sense. So, here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. My favorite character is in the back already. Here, I want you to have this. By the way, thanks for putting up with me prattle. I can't read. You never did tell me your name though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met. And I'll consider a square. I've never had to read this out loud either, so this is why it's a little bit of a struggle for me.
神々に愛されし地エオルゼアの歴史に名を残す者。この冒険者の長き旅は砂の都ウルダハから始まる。
Yay! I always get excited, like, restarting a game. I think the only thing I'm not excited is having to, like, redo my HUD. Or having to try to get my HUD as closely as my original as it usually was. Ah, the nostalgia. I started out in Gridania for my other one, but it's still kind of like the same feeling though. Oi, venturer, over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance, eh? How can I tell? Busted. Name's Wyman, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by the way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge even, just this once like. Sure. Right, welcome to Ulda, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Okay. Alright, so... No. I have 20 notifications already. Alright, I wonder if I can do this. Okay, I can. Cool, 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 cool. This is gonna be a second. I'm sorry, you guys. So... if I can remember. I wish there was a way for me to be able to import this from my other character. You can't do that for PlayStation though, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and these are all okay. I'm gonna move them over as much as possible. Gil. Server info, move that up as much as possible. Duty list. I know, it's gonna be quite a bit of adjusting on my part, because I'm so used to my HUD being a certain way. Put that smallest. See, what's cool though is that I remember what each of these are, and I remember where they go. So that's a pretty good thing on my part. Parameter bar always goes down here for me, but I gotta readjust the size because I don't usually have it. There we go. Enemy list. Wow, they make the party list like very big to start. Mine is usually not that big. Like, yeah, literally this is probably the size I usually go for. We'll see, bring it over as far as we can. There we go. And enemy list. Enemy list goes right underneath. Alliance goes... Wow, they make these really big to start. Oh my god. I don't remember where my alliance goes 100%, because I'll have to look at it in my main next time I'm on it, but I know that they're pretty small and they go over on the side over here, so... Scenario guide. Is that the next quest? Yeah, I think that's the quest guide. I don't actually like it over there. I usually put it over here. I think right here. Or maybe down here? Yeah, I think it's down here. Focus target bar. I usually put it up next to the target bar, which reminds me target bar needs to be scaled down and put up here. Focus target I usually use either on myself or an individual in my party, especially when I'm healing. And then when I'm tanking, I'll have the focus target on my healer so that I can check my healer's progress. Progress bar. Oh, that's the... Pretty sure I usually have my progress bar up here. Maybe. It's also usually smaller than that. And this is the kicker right here, because it is really big whenever they first started off. Pet crossbar, I don't need it. The only thing there we are. Put that up here. Status info other. The status info other, I know what that is. That needs to go up here as well with the other enfeeblements. Okay. So this is about as close as I will be able to get it to my original setup, as far as I can tell. I do need to move the limit break bar. Bring that over here. Shrink it down. That should be about right. New game plus usually goes... Did I have it up there? Or did I have it over here? I think I had it over here. Again, it's not gonna be exact as my main account is, but this is what we have for now until I can make more adjustments throughout time. Because I don't want to spend a billion different years catching up with my stuff on my alt over my original. So let's go ahead. Oh, that's a lot better, actually. I forget if there's a way for me to expand this using my mouse. There is. If my mouse stops glitching. there a way for me to drag? I don't know. Is there? I thought there was a way for you to drag this over. It's probably better if I have this small anyways, because I don't know if I'm going to be using it much on this character. So let's go ahead and have it like kind of small. There we go. It's usually going to be always on either event or... we'll keep it on event. I thought there was a way for you to be able to move it over though. All of this I can do later. I'm just trying to do the basics real quick. I need to change this too. So my own. We'll keep it that color. Party members. NPCs. See, this is important for me because I need to know the difference between... So I usually go in and I change these anyways. My own, I usually choose a pink, but since it's Tius, I think I'll go with the blue because that's his color. That's actually going to be kind of confusing with party. No, it won't be. Just change the no, party members is a lighter blue. Okay, that's what I thought. General, don't really care about that. Disengage claimed enemies, yada yada yada. NPCs are lighter blue. Companions. We'll go with the pink, I guess. This pink? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Cool, 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 cool. Initiating quests. And I already know all this, we're gonna skip it. God damn it, I said we're gonna skip it. This I'm going to bring over here. Come on, grab it. Grab it. Thank you. Into the middle. Alright, coming to Ulda. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Ulda, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. We get it, cutscene, sort of. Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know what your way around here. My reading thing is already acting up. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Oh my god, my nose. You just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventurer. He basically just like, the only thing he really did was say, hey, you should totally definitely go to this place. And then said, that's all I'm telling you. Before we continue, I'm gonna take some cold medicine real quick while we... Alright. You begin a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. And we already know all of this. We already know that. So plan for leveling is what I usually do. What I usually do is basically I level my character to level 15, and then that's when you go and you put them through the like new adventure hall of novice training, and that usually gets you some good EXP and some good starter gear. I don't remember when they added that, but I know that they added it. Did they add it after I joined or before I joined? Sorry, cold medicine. Hopefully it'll help my sinuses. Alright. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ulda, so you might say that looking after some green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. My reading thing is horrible. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder. It's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them, 2 or 3. Oh, it's seasonal allergies. Yeah, seasonal allergies hit me like a truck. As soon as the seasons change, I get like a sinus infection. And here, it's gotten to be like 60 to 70 degrees every single day. So they're starting to like have it be like summer weather here, and it's not good for the sinuses. You think people would remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for the realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Gosh dang it. Reading is hard. Whenever we try to recall their faces to mind, that is not what the sentence said. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. And even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand, and try to leave Ulda in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on you to help put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ulda means more business for the quickstand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. You see his handwriting is like super sloppy. I think I actually have that as canon for this character, is that his handwriting is horrible. Tius Mason. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue. It does. I can't. My reading thing is already acting up, and it's not even like it's only been like a half hour. Alright, Mr. Mason. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please. That was not the please I was expecting. Please, sir, be merciful. 12 as my witness, I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. Oh yeah, we get to see the greatest of... Oh, yeah, I live up north, so there's a lot of, I don't know what kind of trees you could... There's just a bunch of different trees and a bunch of different flowers, and I live in a neighborhood where, like, we have those, and we live, like, in a neighborhood where there's a bunch of them, so it's kind of a thing. Well, ain't that... Oh, okay. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women's folk from time to time. Any road, welcome to Ulda, Tius. Ayy. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Mute my mic real quick. This is like the worst time for me to be doing this with my allergies acting up the way that they have been. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first steps of an adventure in the city of Ulda. Listen well to the wisdom of Momodi Modi, then go forth and discover incredible adventures that await you. Hey, we also leveled up. We're level 2 now, yay! Whenever we get a chance to. I might do this off stream. No, because I have items in there. Gosh dang it. Up here, you can see there's like 20 envelopes. There's actually more than that. Actually, I should also do this while I'm at it. Double check to make sure everything is okay on this end, which it is, and we'll go ahead and do this one as well. Alright, we also need... Alright, I don't think I'll mess with any of this. It doesn't seem like... Oh, this definitely... yeah, this definitely needs to... Items... Expanded... Expanded... Or no, that needs to be... It's a good thing I remember all this for myself too. Alright, so this is some important stuff. We're gonna do this. We also have this. Take that off. Display limit gauge. Hide all quests. Complete. No. Party list. Full names. We are not going to be doing that since this is definitely going to be a streaming alt. So I think we're only going to do initials. And that is all we're going to do for that. We already did this. Already did that, maybe? Yeah. And we'll do all of that stuff later. There we go. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. Close to home, Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Alright. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a basic few tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Ethiopia Plaza. To get there, head west from here till the end of Emerald Avenue. Then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an aetherite. If it weren't for aetherites, traveling around Eurasia would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them. So be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned to an aetherite before, Tius? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Pugilist Guild over at Platinum Mirage. Assuming those weapons of yours ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eurasia and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ulda, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Tius. I don't know why that was weird in my brain. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle. Scruple to swindle? Is that the word? Scruple? Scruple. Scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interest. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Ciceroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once you read it. In short, then, visit the Ethiopia Plaza, the Pugilist Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after Gil the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. In past time, you've got going. Oh, it's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finished, will ya? That way, I won't spend my days worrying that you're down in your small clothes without a guild to your name. Heyo. Cool. Alright, and we already got to the main menu part of it, which is this right here. Sanctuaries, we already know what sanctuaries are. Yeah, so that's important. That's something that every new adventurer, new person should know. So if you rest up at a sanctuary, you can get like a bonus EXP. So basically it'll grow whenever you're offline. Yeah, and that's basically how they show it right there. Alright, and travel. And if you ever have any trouble figuring out whether or not... Oh, we're gonna be hit with a bunch of different messages. If you ever have, any, like... If you want to know... Oh my gosh, me adjusting my window size. I'm trying to show it. If you ever have to know whether or not you've reached a sanctuary, it'll say in here if you've reached a sanctuary, which... I guess it doesn't right now. Question mark? It'll say if you've reached a sanctuary or not, and then like I said, you can always figure it out by at the bottom of your screen. It'll show you this little mark right here. So when you log off and you log back on, it'll have like a little bit of a faded EXP bar. It'll be like maybe a little bit past what your current XP is. Oh, and then this right here is also pretty important. I'm not reading his dialogue because he's pretty standard. He basically, yeah, the new adventure status is applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures on Eorzea. Amongst Eorzea's thriving population, there are seasoned players known as mentors who have taken it upon themselves to assist these new adventurers. When a new adventurer and a mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus to experience points earned. So yeah, there is such thing as a novice network where basically people who have played this game for a while and reach certain requirements actually can basically join a party with you, run dungeons and stuff. And you guys get like bonus EXP when you do it. And basically they're there to just give you tips and pointers on whether or not like you're playing the game properly or what you should be doing or if you have any questions about the game. But normally I find that the community is pretty nice. If you send out a tell or if you send out like, you know, if you even just like ask somebody just random, they'll end up telling you. The one thing I am gonna change is this, because we already have these on this hotbar, so I have it on that one. This I'm gonna have to readjust whenever I get a chance to as well, but yeah. Alright, you only have one move. That threw me off! That is an NP- that is somebody pretending to be an NPC. That threw me off so badly. This guy. Oof, this guy, okay. You'll see what I mean later. Aww. He's cosplaying as one of the characters, gosh dang it. You tune to the Aetherite. It is confusing. It threw me off because I was like, wait a second. He's not just like standing here. Because I know when he comes into the story, and it's not now. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Hello, Lalafell. Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, sir. Yeah, right. Apologies, but I do relish the opportunity to make the jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of Aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations? Is that a word? Agglomerations. Tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make different use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. Given that there is an Aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any Aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Thank you, nice Lalafell dude. Alright, you attune to the Aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. Yay! AKA a free teleport back to your city state. And we already know what that is, so let's go ahead and continue onward. Pugilist Guild is over here, if I recall. No? Yeah, it is. Because that's the person? I thought I've seen them in the past. Yeah, right here. Unless I'm mistaken. Which is a very real possibility. Because it's happened before. And we talked to the person over here. Are you... okay. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. I see you already walked on the path of the pugilists. Yet, your journey has only just begun. I highly recommend you add your name to our roll, for there's no better place in all the realm to train in your discipline than here. The origins of pugilism, as we know, it can be tracked back to the staging of bare-hand bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst the chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when barehanded fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across their realm like wildflower. Wildflower, really? Wildfire. Of course, Ulda swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, which people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practice here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, should you wish to proceed with enrollment, you might first obtain the guildmaster's approval. Let me know if you would like to meet him. So are you ready to present yourself for the guildmaster's inspection? I don't know if I want to do this right now, but I think I have to. Yeah, I have to. It's level 1. Alright, Wave the Pugilist. Gagaruna? I don't ever remember how to say Eulalifal's name sometimes. Gagaruna wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Pugilist Guild. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Bloodsands as the Holy Fist, though he has soon retired in the favor of training aspiring fighters. You'll find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show him the fighting spirit that burns within you. I don't know why them saying that just kind of reminds me so much of freaking Kirishima from My Hero Academia. Either like My Hero Academia Kirishima or like Galotimos and his, you know, burning soul and yada yada from Promare. I'll extinguish your flames with my own freaking fire burning soul or something like that. Fire fighting soul. Alright, Hammond. Past time, you got your ass back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about your proposition? Wait a second, I don't remember this. Maybe it's because I skipped his original dialogue before. You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to gods. Okay, whatever you say, dude. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a premiere on the event of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and our feet. Yes, yes, the name is implied. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we may more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques. Sorry. His little emote just kind of got me. You'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless fury of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. I'm not gonna do yargs and ogs and was. Coffees. Crikey. I'm spent from all this talking. You gotta speak more, son. It'd give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Ah, right. Joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yas. Yes, you have a fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I have no reason to deny you a place in this hall. In these halls. God, this reading thing is really fun of mine. Welcome to the guild, son. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanolin. Get out of here and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Alright. Before that, we have to finish our close to home quest. So we have to go to the markets. And we also have to attune to the aetherite shards whenever we see them. If I remember correctly, I think there's a few this way. Oh gosh, I might need to switch to my old controller because my new controller has been acting up for some reason. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, these are aetherite shards right here. So I'll actually turn around. We're closer to this one. This is what happens with my controllers, and it's because I play on PlayStation, where the bumper right here always gets worn out pretty quickly. I'm directionally challenged, which is not a new thing on my channel. It gets worn out pretty quickly because I usually use the hold for my bumpers, so that's a little bit of an issue because it's already loose. This is an aetherite shard. It lets you teleport around the city, basically. Yeah, okay. You now have access to the Ethernet. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand on Ethernet shards. And yeah, it'll just basically explain. So there's these scattered around the city. They're basically mini aetherites that let you travel through the city. And oh, this is a little bit of an issue, so let's go ahead and do this while I'm running. In general, it's gonna be sprint. Add that to... There we go. That's where I usually have my sprint button. There's gonna be another one down here somewhere. And the next time we are near a delivery Moogle, I need to make sure I get all of my letters. Because there's more than 20. There's definitely more than 20. It's just from my purchases from my other account that ended up going account-wide. And the veteran rewards. Because the veteran rewards are also account-wide. So I definitely need those. And there's also items there that'll help me level up. So, actually, if I remember correctly, yeah, there should be post Moogle right there, which is on the way. So let's just go over there again. We'll cross through. Never mind. I'm, again, very directionally challenged. I thought that that was a shortcut, but it is not. They did make the game a little bit more solo friendly for Realm Reborn 2, which I'm actually looking forward to. Because the first time I played a Realm Reborn, I ended up having trouble with like whenever I first started playing the game, I was a little bit nervous to have to deal with like new people, or not new people, but like new people that, like, to me, like people I've never met. And it basically explains this is where you get your mail. I'm speeding through it, but it's because it's kind of a basic thing. Everybody knows what the delivery Moogle does. So yeah, this is basically where you claim your rewards. If you buy something from the Mog store, or if you have veteran rewards, which I don't know if they do veteran rewards anymore. I think they do, actually. I don't know. Using items, your armory chest, untradeable items, unique items. Alright. I need to go through this rather quickly because I need to send the notification to get the rest of my letters. Because this is not all the letters that I have. Unfortunately. This is like the one drag that, like one of the few drags that come with making a new character when you've already had a character for a long time. So basically every purchase that was account wide, everything that came as an added bonus for your purchases, and again, veteran rewards. I don't know if they do those still, but it depended on how many days you were subscribed whenever I first started, and they gave you rewards for how long you were subscribed. And some of these are what that is. I also have some special rewards because I ended up making this account in tandem with my boyfriend's account, so I have like the friend adventurer bonus thing. Hi, dude, in the middle of my screen. Oh, that's the other thing I had to do, was I had to take off their I had to take off the names for the players, or at least thin them down. I'll do that while I open up items. Alright. System, no, character system. Ah, it was instant. It's not usually that instant. God damn it. Others. This is what we need to do right here. Other player characters. Full name. No, we're gonna do. Was it forenames or surnames that I usually had abbreviated? I think it was surnames actually. We'll do the same thing for friends, even though I don't know if I'm gonna get too many friends on here yet. There we go. So you can only see the first names and not their last. 10 more letters, of course. This is for buying the expansions, so. Well, okay, the expansions and the collectors, or the, yeah, collector's editions, or whatever. Yeah. Some of these, items that they give you actually help you level up, though, is why I'm doing this. Why I'm putting myself through this torture. Alright, we're gonna do this one more time, and then delete as many of these as we can. Just to make sure that there's not any more. Because I know there's usually quite a bit whenever you start. And because of that, if you look, I have stuff in my inventory. We're actually gonna sort this out. There we go. Nope, never mind. I don't want to end up accidentally using my Fantasias. And because we are gonna get stuff throughout our adventure, it's best if you do end up getting these rewards, or you do end up having stuff like this that you need to do it beforehand. Just because you don't want, like, inventory space. New controller definitely needs a little bit of help. Inventory management is definitely a necessity. So it's best not to have things in your inventory that you're not going to be using. As tedious as it gets. While I do this, I'll have to say, we reached 136 subscribers. That's crazy. I even had like a goal for myself not that long ago, and I think I mentioned it in one of my last streams. So I was just like, if I can get to 130, that would be great. And the number doesn't seem to be big, but like, I set a little goal for myself. So like the next like amount of subscribers I would like to have is 150, which would be really cool if I could get to that. It's weird to be putting my updates in streams, but like, I mean, that's kind of just how it happens. I did end up, it sounds really bad, and like, it looks bad on my part, but it definitely wasn't anything I could control or anything that I could say was 100% my fault. But I ended up getting fired from my job, which is why I've been considering just streaming as much as I can. While we do this, I'm gonna end up putting this stuff on because we need this. We don't need any of that. We do need, however, which one? I think it's this one. Yeah, because that one's from last expansion. Hey, there we go. And then once we get to level 15, we can get the brand new gear, and that also helps boost HP, which is great. Like I said, I ended up getting fired from my job over attendance. I ended up pointing out there was a day where my car wouldn't start because I have a really old car. Wouldn't start, and my boyfriend was starting a new job the next day. He's been kind of back and forth with jobs recently, and he wouldn't have had a ride. So I ended up calling in when I was already fairly sure that if I called in I would have gotten pointed out for it. So one thing led to another, and yeah, I ended up getting fired from my job. So I will be collecting unemployment soon, which will be a godsend. I found out I was approved for that. Someone messaged. But I'm gonna try to do streaming as much as I can, and as I'm looking for a job, because I know that whenever I find a job, I'm not gonna be able to stream as much as I want to until I get an actual schedule established. And I'm hoping that pretty soon I'll have tax return money coming in. So we all know what'll happen when that happens, is that I'm gonna try my hardest to start, you know, dedicating myself to not dedicating myself myself, but like putting a good deal of my time and effort into streaming more. Isn't there more? Did I not get that? I didn't get that. Gladiators Guild. Let me do this first. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer. But of course, yes, I am Cesaroga. Is it Cesaroga or Cesaroga? I think it's Cesaroga. Because they usually have repeating syllables, so I think it's Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace? Very wise. As for my fee, what? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Uldan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact that you offer nothing is laughable. Yeah, have this letter of introduction from Mother Momodi. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Ulda's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eurasian commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies in consortia have chosen Ulda as their base of operations. They see to it that the marketplace is awash with merchants and money lenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer. A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket. Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. To the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content. But do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is considered. Ahem. That is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off to you. Off with you, not off to you. Blech. Handing over items. We already knew that. We need to get this one right here. So I'm usually okay with directions if I have the mini-map open. Excuse me. Ugh. And I've been to Ulda so many different times. I pretty much haven't memorized. It's just that, like, for me, and this is like this in real life. Like, landmarks to me are really hard for me to like remember. That's why directions are not the greatest for me. I think this might be the last one in this side of the map. Hopefully it is. don't know, is it? Did we get the goldsmiths already? Well, wrong way. I don't remember if we got this one or not. Okay, we already got the ones here, so we need to get to these ones, which will be from Merchant Strip. Okay. So that is where this section comes along, where we have to go over here. Yep. We go up these stairs. 2 more. Oh. Okay. One more. Ah! I yawn. My sleep schedule has been crazy recently. So again, one of the only reasons why I'm okay doing this at the time that I am. Ah, I went down the wrong way, didn't I? I need to go this way. This is the one section I always forget that exists, because I never go over here. I think I've only gone over here maybe once or twice because of like a quest. Here we go. We got all of them. It's important to get these ones too, because whenever you get access to all of the Aetherites, they'll basically also have it so that you can access these ones, which are outside of the map of the city-state. So this actually teleports you to the gate outside. This one teleports you to the other gate outside on the other side of the map, and this one is the Airship Landing, which is at the very, very top of the very top of the map, I guess you can call it. So yeah, these are very important to get whenever you first start out. See, and there's one literally directly at the Adventurers Guild. Stretch. Okay. The other thing, like I was saying before, whenever you get certain rewards for like purchasing, actually we'll do this, for purchasing expansions or whatever, they'll give you these special items that help you level up. So basically the friendship circlet I got whenever I made this account with my boyfriend, it basically helps boost your EXP by 20% from level 25 or below. So right now we're going to be getting an extra 20%. I also have this earring right here, which is what we ended up getting for the expansion for Shadowbringers, which will boost your EXP by 30% from level 80 and below. So I'm going to be wearing this to level 80, basically. And it's to help you level up your classes so you can get through the story faster. Once you get your you get to a level 15 and you get your gear, they basically have gear that'll help you get get through like the earlier levels a little bit quicker by boosting your EXP. And I think the gear helps boost your EXP as well as the gear, like the different accessories you get. But in order to do that, you have to progress through the storyline in order to get more EXP, because you don't get your first dungeon till level 15, I think. So let me readjust myself so that I can... Alright. Sit here comfortably. How was your tour of the city, Tius? Get lost, did you? Well, Ulda is a big place with lots to see and do. But wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then. All that's left is for you to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Yeah, so any EXP that you get is going to be boosted. Hey. We're at a level 3 now. Yeah, so right now I don't even know how much my EXP is getting boosted right now. Because it should say, actually. Nope, it should not say, apparently. I thought it used to say how much your EXP is getting boosted. Nope. Okay. Right now we should be getting about 50% more, because there's a 20 and there's a 30. So about 50% more of our EXP than we usually get. And that's just without the other beginning starter accessories, because we're gonna be getting more whenever the Hall of Novice opens up for us. Alright. Moving right along, we need to slay some marmots. We need to slay some hornets. This is going to be at... the Steps of Nald, which is going to be at... may as well just go to an Etherite to see. No, that was right. It's over here. I don't actually usually start off, like... So what I'm gonna be doing is, since I don't usually play like monk or pugilist on my main, that's what I'm gonna be using as my alt, so that I can learn how to do the job from like the beginning, so that I can play it over on my alt. So we're gonna be doing, there we go. You also get EXP for unlocking new parts of the map. So as you travel and you... oh, and battle, obviously. As you travel, you unlock new parts of the map. And you get EXP for it. Oh, this is, okay, so yeah, when you have an item that's equipped to you and it becomes bound, you can't trade it and you can't put it on markets. Yeah, and it tells you why. It basically your equipment becomes more in tune with your body. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to go around and beat these up And then we're gonna be doing a few pugilist quests so that we can level up a little bit more. Whenever you first start off, it's all about trying to level up quickly so that you can progress with the storyline. So you don't want to waste any time. We need to go find some shrews. These are all level 1s, which means they're not going to give us too much experience. These should all be level 3, so we should be getting a decent amount of experience for just taking a few of these out. Alright, so they have forums for this, and since I'm new to Pugilist, I'm gonna read it out loud, I guess. Unlike other melee classes, Pugilist's weapon skill are used to cycle through, 3 unique battle forms, which dictate the flow of weapon skills. Raptor, Cruel, or a Popo. Oppo? Not a Popo. Changing the form from Oppo to Raptor to Kroll, precisely in that order, you will be granted an increase to attack. Okay. So basically what they're saying is that Oppo to Raptor to Kroll basically increases the potency of your attack. Alright. And this guy already has that one, so I'm gonna go over here. Oh, there should be more. Here we are. So we're at a level 4. Level 3 isn't gonna give us too much experience, but we're gonna keep doing it anyways. Normally, if it's the level below, you'll still get a decent amount of experience by taking them out, but you want to try to take out enemies with the same level of experience you got. So I should be looking for level 4 enemies, but if you get gutsy, you can take out ones that are like a level above you, like these over here might be okay for some experience. But that's only if you can manage to dodge attacks and manage your HP. Hey. Oh, why am I doing that? So as soon as we finish, I think we'll get to a level 6 is what I'm looking for. As soon as we're finished and we get to a level 6, then we go and turn in our quest. There we go. Oh, and then they have fates. I don't know if we're leveled enough to do fates though, because this is... We just got to level 6, and I think this might be a fate that's higher than... Oh, no, we might be able to do it. I don't know if we'll be able to do it by ourselves, though. Fates you can do to basically get more EXP. We have to find the water Fs and take them out. There we are. Get over here. Not sure if I'll be able to do this by myself with so many. Maybe if I can avoid taking more than 3 at a time. Oh, we're gonna get a decent amount of EXP for this. Nice. Alright, so... level 6, we'll go and turn this in. Get a new quest for Pugilist. Although I feel like I should be doing all this off stream because I haven't really been commenting, but to each their own, I suppose. I don't think there is an Aetherite for the Pugilist Guild. No, and it's pretty close. I don't think we don't need an Aethernet shard for that. I yawn. Ah, you're back. And none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. You've gotten off to a fine start, son. To help you on your way, I want you to have this hunting log. Sorry, I'm getting Discord messages. Within you'll find the names of various creatures, opponents that you might hone your skills against. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. Get out there, Tius, and let your fists fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Alright, and the next hunting logs. Basically, when you get these, certain enemies will have this thing above their head right here, and that basically means that they have extra EXP because those are certain enemies that basically yeah, they'll just give you an extra amount of EXP if you hunt them. And they're kind enough to tell you where you can find them. But this continues on for quite a while. And pretty much every job in class has them. I say pretty much because I think there are a few that don't have them. Hold on, let me check my messages on Discord. Alright, back to it. Actually, since we are we're gonna be reaching a 2-hour mark. Whenever we reach the 2-hour mark, I'm gonna take a small break. But we're not at that point yet, so we've got 20 minutes yet. Harder than a rock. And this is where we're gonna get some new gear. I'm only gonna invest in weapons for now because we're gonna be getting new gear at level 15 anyways. So harder than a rock. Guildmaster Hammond wishes you to learn the basics of combinations. You've been training hard, Tius. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fists. I reckon you're ready for the next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Ulda. I want you to run around the city and pick it up. I don't want. A lot of the quests do this, where they'll like scatter things throughout the city, and you need to pick it up. And I'm like, what's the point? No, that's my money lying out there. So I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja warbound on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you, this is to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'd be sorry if you had bet on yourself. Alright. Yeah, once we hit the 2-hour mark, I'm gonna take a break. What? Lying around? What the fuck? Where's the first? I haven't had to do this quest before. Or that I remember. So where's the first thing of coin? It's probably somewhere I'm not looking. No? Question mark? If it's in the guild, I think I might scream. It means I probably walked past it. No? Yes? No? Yes? Fuck. No, I don't want to talk to you. It's right here. Coins are huge. Yeah, so in about 15 minutes. Up on top. There's another one back here. Gotta stop yawning. I think when I go on break, I'll make myself a cup of coffee. Jeez. No! Yeah, so my goal is going to be to try to get to level 15 by the end of the night. Or, I mean, I say by the end of the night, by the end of the stream. I don't want to stream for like several hours. So, I'm gonna do whatever I can to get to level 15. And then once we get to level 15, hopefully we can get through the novice, like the Hall of Novice pretty quickly. We can already get our next MSQ quest, so we'll do that after we're done with the after we're done with the pugilist quests. I might actually take a break right now. Yeah, I think I might do that right now. While that's happening. Alright, yes, I think I'm gonna take a break right now. While we do that, I think I might go over here in a little bit more of a confined area. Yeah. And just sit. Alright, I will be right back. I'm gonna go on break for a little bit. We're gonna idle cam for a little bit on Tius. So, actually, we'll just idle cam in general. We're just not necessarily in our character. Alright, and we'll be back. Alright, I return. Sorry if that took a little bit of some time. Yeah, I've been having some sleep issue scheduling stuff recently, so it's been a little bit of a challenge to try to get it to a regular sleep schedule, because I've been used to my original sleep schedule for so long. So like when I first got fired, I ended up like only taking cat naps, so like maybe sleeping 3 or 4 hours at a time, but like periodically through the day. And then oh, whoops. And then it started getting to the point where like I would stay up as long as I can, and then when my body felt exhausted, then I would take that as a sign to, oh yeah, maybe I should just lay down. So I would sleep for like 8 hours straight, which is great because whenever I was working, I never slept 8 hours. Never, ever, 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 ever. Barely ever. So I have coffee with me. Coffee's amazing. Alright. It's gonna make my voice sound a little bit funny. I know that for a fact, though. So that's why I have my water next to me as well. Alright. Not that my voice doesn't already sound funny. It's my money lying out there, son. I thank you to hurry and pick it all up before the vulture swoop on it. Well, maybe you shouldn't be scattering it everywhere, dude. Maybe you should have put something that wasn't so valuable down for me to find. 500 gil? Crikey, this is good for a week's worth of... I mean, well done, Tius. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thanaland. There you'll find 4 large stones, the trial stones they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones with a solid boot-shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth spirits that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, then there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now, off you go, Tius, and good luck. Yeah, on top of that, I got out of the room, and I saw my boyfriend wasn't in VR chat, and I'm like, how much is he hearing me stream? We both have this like really weird embarrassment where like he's too embarrassed of me being around when he's in VR chat with his friends, and then I'm too embarrassed for him to like hear me as I'm streaming. So I don't want to be judged, even though I know he wouldn't judge me, but like still, it's still like one of those embarrassment things that haven't been worked out all that much as far as me streaming goes. I don't usually drink, when I have like coffee products, I usually drink it hot unless it's like regular coffee. Just regular ground coffee. That's the only time I'll ever drink coffee hot. I'm very, very weird. Alright, so we need to... Oh, but here's some of these, which we're gonna take out. These are in our hunting log, so if we see them, we need to take them out. There we go. See? Already to a level 7. And there's Cactuar over here too. normally whenever you start out in a city state, a lot of the lower level like hunting logs are gonna be like within the area that you start, I think. Hey, there we go. We are definitely not touching that thing yet. Striking dummies. So you see these are usually side quests. This is actually where the heart is, the goblet. This is basically to unlock housing, but we're not gonna pick that up. Alright, so we see the 4 trial stones. Use boot shine, okay. Alright. So we gotta use boot shine on all of these, and then we have to take down the earth sprite that comes out. I want to get a little bit more experience, so we're going to go ahead and beat up some of the level 7 enemies nearby. There's also some fates going on, but I don't know if we're leveled enough for those. Let's see. Why? See, this is the only thing that I don't like, is when there's a fate within a fate, because you just kind of mess up everything for some people. So I think we're gonna avoid those. Beat up a few more level 7s and 8s. Actually. I don't know. These things are not hunting logs, so we may as well get them out of the way. This is a level 10. I guess we can try to do it, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done or not. Because they're just going to keep coming, so we might end up getting a little bit overwhelmed. I forgot to get my job actions on here, so I don't have second wind yet. We gotta play this smart. Of course, one could say doing this at a level 7 isn't smart. Worst comes to worst, we die. That may have just saved my butt. That literally, me leveling up just saved my ass. I did not think it would happen. Nice. And we got the EXP for it. Doomed? I don't think we'll bother with this one. Let's go back home. Oh gosh. His laugh is voiced? Since when was that a thing? Huh. So, you've given the earth spirits what for? Well done, Tius. By smiting stone and earth, you forged unyielding weapons of your fists. You're a nigh endless fount. You're a nigh endless fount of vigor, Tius. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. His hacking is also voiced for comedic effect. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course he's promising. He's training under Hammond Holy Fist. That's our Master Hammond. Tius, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant. This is Chuchuto. Chuchuto? Yeah. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hammond's right hand, though there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together, let us strive for mastery of our art. Chuchuto joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other, to be sure, but... Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Tius's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect your gil from him? My gear is... my gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs. Yes, Tius's future with us is bright indeed. If he keeps up his efforts, he may as well become the next Holy Fist. Train... His laugh, I'm sorry. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's right, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ha ha ha. My dude, please. Take a seat. Yeah, I might be getting the side eye for doing that, but in the long run, like, again, I'm gonna get to a level 15 and then do my best to get the gear. The gear. And that gear is way better than the gear that you'll receive from your quests. I think that gear actually lasts to level 25. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Alright, we're gonna continue with the MSQ now that we're locked out of the pugilist quest. Because this is at level 4, so we still have a few more that we can catch up on. We must rebuild. The Modi of the Quicksand wants to introduce you to a certain someone in Ulda, at the Ulda dispatch yard. Well, youngling, how are you finding our fine Ulda then? Get your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ulda are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papashan. I love Papashan! Ah! I can't wait to see him. You'll find him over at the Ulda dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the gate of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it for long. There's dangers beyond the wall though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. We get to meet Papashan. So, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of a biased, like, opinion on Lalafels just being evil. They're just evil potatoes. And, like, that's because, I mean, if you continue with the storyline, you'll see what I mean by that. Like, there's just quite a few evil potatoes out there. We have to meet Papashan, so it's all. But there's only a few Lalafels in the story that I actually like. And when we get to them, I will tell you. And Papashan is definitely one of them. Any bit of EXP is always worth it. We'll get this hornet and then we'll get the shrews. The only bad thing about taking down those is that they drop items. So now you have like these items right here that you're just never gonna use. Over here. I mean, you can use them if you do crafting stuff, but I don't plan on doing any like sort of like crafting or gathering on this character. So in the long run, they're probably just gonna end up being sold for Gil. I don't plan on doing much of anything extra other than like maybe doing some extra sidelines that are gonna be necessary to progress with the MSQ. So I know there are certain sideline stories, like side content stories that are like required for you to do these days for the MSQ. So those are gonna be the ones that I end up doing. Papashan. Yes, this is Papashan right here. He is a very nice potato. Well, you certainly look... I did not mean for him to sound flamboyant. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect? I am Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell, passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 note, there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. He lies. He's actually a very, very, like, useful, like, I say useful, wow. Very, very, like, capable old man, Lalafell. Yet, now true Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. But the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have built Ulda to the grandeur and mystery that you see today. Or majesty, sorry. The railways which run through the dispatch yard, too, were born of a noble effort of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ulda needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to your ability. One of your ability. See, this is my problem with reading. Because I'm horrible when it comes to reading because I have this thing where I accidentally, like, replace words, misplace words, or, like, I just, like, see a sentence and it forms differently in my brain altogether. So... level up. We are level 9. Thought we were already at level 9, but I guess we were at level 80. Probably should make this a little bit bigger. Hold on. Experience bar. We'll make it just a little bit bigger. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright. Nothing to see here. Station Master Papashan has a simple task for a fledgling adventurer. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them... oh yeah, the pretzels. Go and give them these Twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Yeah? Yeah, this is kind of a common meme where, like, you start out, like, when you start out in Ulda, one of the first jobs you get is literally just to hand out food. And it's kind of funny. Halt, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. Here, have the damn pretzel. State your name and business. A Twilight pretzel from Papashan. But the gods forgive me. You could say this new post of has my nerves in a twist. God, with the puns. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papashan my thanks, and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Repeat the favor by never doing that dad pun again. Or that dad joke or bad pun. Or whatever you want to call it. Thank you. No! Let me run. Let me run. No! I'm going around handing out food. "12 save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me." Have a pretzel. A twilight pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. By eating a pretzel. Hey, I like pretzels as much as the next person. But it's not like I eat one and I feel reborn. Yeah, so I have no idea how long I'm gonna be streaming, in all honesty. I didn't want it to be a super long stream, but like at the same time, I want to get this done I want to get it as much done as I can. Western front clear, eastern front clear. Have a pretzel. Clear. For me, from Papashan. A twilight pretzel. My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight in an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Okay. Some of the dialogue, I forgot. Yeah, don't let this guy fool you. He's actually a pretty cool dude. He is also tasked with protecting a certain somebody, which we'll find out later. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan's sworn sentries? Did you have anything to report? Anything? At all? What? Nothing. Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. We'll go with new. Oh, it's the same one! No! I forgot to equip it. Oh my god. Okay. Stretched. Take another sip of coffee. Alright. Tius, I have just this moment. No. The time for concealment was past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet the Sultan Sworn. Underneath the Sultan tree, Papashan is in dire need of your assistance. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others will, with less honorable motives, may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. Oh, serious, huh? I know who it is. That cannot happen, Tius. It must not. I need you to help me find her. I'll help. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. Blah blah blah. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. Alright, let's go find this Lady Lilira from a prestigious family near the Sultan Tree. Oh, and this is where we're gonna meet our new, we're gonna meet Mr. Steal Your Girl. The NPC I mentioned earlier. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. We're also gonna get our first instance. Yay. Oh, Sultan Tree. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instant battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Alright, we already know this. And we're gonna make this a little bit bigger so that we can see it in stream. Duty calls, commence battle for the... Okay, yeah. We're level 9, so we should be okay for doing this. I think this is voiced, actually. Yes. Her Japanese voice is actually really cute. It's Mr. Man. God, his JP voice. Oh, jeez. He's even more like attractive in his JP. Might slow this down a little bit. Jeez, it's all the way to 4? Yeah, we'll go to 3, my dude. Hey, now it's time to fight. Please stay in harm's way. I always liked that line, it was always funny. Mr. Steal Your Girl. Handsome stranger. We got 2 more that should be showing up. First instance done. And then we get this notorious, nostalgic cutscene. It's always gonna feel nostalgic for me because I've already gone through it like a whole, but like this is gonna be different since it's gonna be on another character. God, I always loved this cutscene.
Hikari no crystalを手にしものよ。星の声を聞く者よ。我が名はハイデリン。星の秩序を保っていた断りは乱れ、世界は今闇で満ちようとしています。闇は全てを蝕み、全ての命を奪う存在。闇に屈せぬ光の意志を持つ者よ。どうか星を滅びより救うためにあなたの力を。光のクリスタルは闇を払う力。世界を巡り光のクリスタルを手に入れるのです。
They don't really... I don't think they ever really, like, told us about what these crystals of light were. At least not that I remember 100%.
あなたの戦いが、魔法が、行動が光のクリスタルを生み出すでしょう。それが光の意志を持つあなたの力。 光の意志を持つ者よ、どうかあなたの力を。
気がついたかい？
Yeah, another reason why I wanted to do this in the JP is because I wanted to relive A Realm Reborn,
異
but
界ボイドに住むという用意の一種です。
I wanted to with consistency. So they... I'll explain later, sorry.
しかしこんな化け物を刺激するとはただの族ではないようだな。ところで君、大丈夫かい？エーテルにでも酔ったんだろうか。戦闘の後急に倒れたから驚いたよ。なんだって、大きなクリスタル。一体何の話を。なるほどね、これは思わぬ収穫だ。いや、すまない、こちらの話だよ。俺は一足先に帰ってこの件をしかるべきところに報告しなければならない。冒険者さん、リリラ様のことをお願いします。
私は子供ではない。 G のところくらいなら自分で戻れるわ。
やれやれ
やれやれ。
本当にやんちゃなお嬢様だ。
I love it.
では俺たちも帰るとしようか。
I'm sorry, but whenever like an attractive guy that's
君とはまた
the
近
yada
いうち
yada,
に会いそうな気がするよ。
it hits
それま
me.
でしばしのお別れだ。
It's the same thing as like an attractive woman going ada 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 ada. Oh gosh. There's apparently a big thing going on Twitch right now where they're trying to ban ada ada, I guess. If they're gonna ban ada ada, then they should ban, like, if they're gonna go that far, they're gonna end up going into like every single like lewd sounding anime Japanese meme soundbite, like the Yamate, all of those, the Yamate, they might even go all the way to the Nyan and the Awa Awa, like they're just gonna ban the Japanese language from Twitch. Ow. I'm joking. I don't stream on Twitch. I'm gonna end up doing that whenever I get a better PC, obviously, because there's the only way that they'll be able to. But yeah, that's kind of weird in my brain that they would try to ban Ada Ada, because Ada Ada isn't even as lewd as you would think within the anime context, I guess. I don't know, it's just weird in my brain. There we go. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all worried. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured or worse? Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papa Shan. You and the people of Ulda. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find you. We will find it. I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady. But I beg you, please, stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa-chan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I cannot thank you enough, Tius. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. Oh, it's okay. A sarcastic man with this strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Tius, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. I feel like I'm too close to my mic. Okay. Alright. Step 9. Cici Doa needs a reliable adventurer to deliver a gift to the coffer in coffin. Is this a girl or a boy? I'm sorry, I need to look. It looks like it's a boy, okay. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particular popular piece of produce. Stop with the alliteration! Gosh! Alas, I cannot part this with what is the sentence? Look at how many P's there is in it. Jeez. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure the pumpkin. My brain. This is a dyslexia kicking in right now. Like, it's hard. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to the coin and coffin. Present the receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Learn how to speak regular words! Don't put so many P's in one sentence. My brain can't handle it. Let's go pick up a freaking pumpkin. If Cici doesn't come calling soon, this spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Take the damn receipt. Give me a fucking pumpkin. Oh, so you're to deliver this decadent delight. I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Stop! Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such, we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to Coffer and Coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge in the northwest. Look for a place with the local where local laborers lounge. Knock it off! I don't like all of the alliteration being in one sentence. Stop it. No. Alright, and we gotta look all the way there. Unfortunately. But normally they have it so that, like, if you... They have it pretty, pretty easy and pretty, like, I don't know, accurate to what it would be in a real map. Where if you stay on the roads that are actually paved, you can kind of, like, get there pretty quickly. Like, all the roads connect to, like, an actual place. And basically, if you stay on those roads, you can actually stay away from having to run into enemies. Meanwhile, me and my stupid ass, I'm not gonna be taking the roads because I need to do this. Take out a few of these, they can get back on the road. Nope, still need to take out a few more. The amount of them that you have to take out can vary. Yeah. Cool. Alright. And now we run. But yeah, we're almost to level 10. And this is a level 4 quest still, I believe. So we're kind of ahead in our MSQ quests. Kind of weird that there's a fate in here. Honestly, I don't like it when they do that. When there's a fate that's like within the same vicinity of an MSQ quest. Drink for you, laddie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. I thought I escaped the pirate talk, but no. Take your damn pumpkin. What's that? We Cicido. That's racist. We Cicido asked you to bring this to me? Ha. So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hells, an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. Lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for your help, laddie. Hey, level 10! And we got leg sweep, which I'm gonna put over here because I don't really use it too much. Alright. Prudence at this junction. Roger hears all sorts of information in his line of work, some of which may be useful to you. Word is, Blackbrush Station sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Alright. And I think this is the gear check. This is the dude that we have to go and he's gonna check to see if we're properly geared. Which I might hit a pause on the MSQ so that we can get 5 more levels. And then get the gear for the Hall of Novice. Yeah, this is the guy, I remember. Fucking jump, Jesus. Looking for work perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We Stone Torches are sellswords hired by Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and it's for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that can be messy work, and liable to get messier still if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear can be the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I send an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order, and when you are ready, present yourself to me again. Equip head, body, hands, leg, and feet with gear level item of 5 or above, and return to Warren. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, so I don't think, we are able to take the next pugilist quest. So we're gonna try to do that, and we're gonna get some more levels so that we can get to the Hall of Novice, get through the Hall of Novice with all of the gear properly, and then we'll go back to Warren once we have all the gear from the Hall of Novice. It's worth it in the long run because that gear is actually really good. And I'm gonna readjust myself. So let's go ahead and continue. Again, I don't know how long I was wanting to stream, but I think I'll just continue until I get through this. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. So what is this? Oh, it's a samurai quest. So let's go ahead and access the next pugilist quest. So you can see it in the bottom of the screen. We're able to access it. If we're not able to access it, it wouldn't show up. Burning up the quarter mall. Guildmaster Hammond wishes you to build upon your knowledge of combinations. Ah, there you are, Tius. I see you've been training hard as ever. Aye, your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations. Today I would have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild, along the merchant strip. By way of warm-up, I want you to deal a solid bootshine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who gather to watch. Do I have? I think. Okay. I could technically be wearing these, but these are all. They're not all the best. I don't think I'm gonna worry too much about glamour just yet. Because, I mean, obviously, why would I? Alright, combo. There's 2. And we have 5 of them we gotta do. So there's the 3 over here. So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath. Good. Now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that the combinations... Sorry, I'm very nasally. Ugh. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hopscotch of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today, I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist arsenal. It goes like this. Lead in with the swift boot shine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations Combinations such as this will become second nature. That must, they must if you expect to become Ow. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. I can't. This is horrible. I can't even read. No. You'll need some opponents to practice on. The cocoon that infests the rat's nest in Central Thanalan ought to serve. Hit them with the snap punch 3 times, and we'll call it a lesson well learned. So I think my nose. I think that the I had a train of thought and then I lost it because I yawned. I was thinking too much about how my allergies combined with the fact that I'm kind of tired is making this a very not so great stream. Drink more coffee. Though I might, once the stream hits 4 hours, I might end stream and then bring it back up again so that I could make it day 2 so that I could have 2 VODs within a playlist. So I do plan on doing this continuously. I have been, I think I have been cleared for 20 weeks of unemployment. So I'll have at least that many weeks to get through Final Fantasy XIV. My goal is to try to make it all the way to Endwalker. And then Endwalker will be its own project. I will be sorting these out by playlist, by like expansion. So obviously all of my Aram Reborn, Reliving, Aram Reborn VODs are gonna be within the same playlist, and then from there we're gonna have you know, Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and then Endwalker. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it through all of it though. It's very ambitious. I want to try to, but I don't want to speed through because I'm trying to re-experience things, but I'm trying to re-experience them differently. Alright. You see, this symbol means that if you get too close to one or more, like, they will attack you. Usually it's if you're within 10 levels of the level that they are, they'll attack you. So if you ever see a red marker like this, be a little bit cautious. Because you can get overwhelmed. Like, potentially, if I run through this entire area, I could pull all of them. Alright. Objective cleared. And my return is not working. Of course it's not. And I don't think I have enough to teleport. Action has not been learned. Pardon. Actually, since we're close enough, I think I'm gonna go ahead and attune to Blackbrush Station. What do you mean it hasn't been learned? I am attuned to the... whatever. Yeah, we're close enough. I'll just end up attuning to this. May as well. It'll be easier in the long run. I'm kind of mad that I didn't end up doing it in the first place. Technically, there we go, teleport learned. Technically, if you wanted to, you could come over here to this, like if you didn't want to do the Hall of Novice route, you could come over here and end up buying the gear that you need. in order to progress with the MSQ storyline. Because what you basically have to do is you have to get yourself some better gear and then go talk to this dude. But since we're already firing off, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do the Hall of Novice stuff anyways. I don't want to use my Ether tickets yet. I learned my lesson that I'm only going to use those in emergencies. Yeah, whenever I first started the game, I used them willy-nilly, and I kind of regret it now. But yeah, once we hit 4 hours on the spot, I think I might end up ending the stream and then restarting the stream so that I could technically claim that as day 2, since it is like 1 AM here. So then I can probably end up going to like 5 AM and then calling that as day 2. Sounds like a good plan. You've already mastered the snap punch combinations. Crikey, Tius, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to have... Sorry. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I treat you to a demonstration here now, except... I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Hammond has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploits, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favorite is his victory over the fearsome marauder White Axe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless, they say you couldn't see his hands. Or so the legends go. that one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly astounding, Tius. If I don't keep on my toes, you'll like to surpass me in a matter of moons. Just between you and me, Chuchito's been in a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rurukuda is the lad's name, and he and Chuchito joined the guild together. The two of them were born to refugees, and were orphaned in the calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. I did what any decent man would. I took them in, and clothed them, and fed them. When they were strong enough, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, and so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other up. Would that we knew what's become of Rurukuda. But we were talking about you, Tius. You've proven yourself a worthy member of our guild, training hard and growing and learning fast. To recognize your efforts, I grant you leave to join other guilds. Of course, before you can take up another discipline, you need to receive permission from the relevant guildmaster. If combat's your calling, you might like to seek out the gladiators or thaumaturges, thaumaturges. But if you'd prefer an alternative to cracking skulls, Ulda is also famous for its weavers, goldsmiths, alchemists, and miners. As your guildmaster, though, it'd please me most if you place your art above others. But whatever you choose to do, know that I wish you the best. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended you first focus on mastering your current class. Okay. So, we're at level, armory unlocked. Gear sets now available. So we're only at a level 10. Let me refresh, see when this stream went up. It says 3 hours. I wanted to hit the 4-hour mark before. So let's see. Yeah, we've only just hit the 3-hour mark, it looks like. So we still have about 50 minutes before we hit the 4 hours. So what we'll end up doing is I'm gonna go ahead and go back out and look for some fates to see if we can't get to level 15. If I remember correctly, let's go ahead and run to the quicksand so we can see what level it is that you can get to the Hall of Novice. I know I've been like mentioning it and I'm being like really stubborn about having to go through the Hall of Novice, but I'm telling you, like, the gear is actually decent gear for you to, like, you won't have to worry about gear for a second. If I Alright. I don't know if it's gonna like if it shows up until you get to level 15. I'm gonna decline. Just because I'm not too much of a novice. I already know my way of the, like, way around. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get as much XP as I can. Try to get to 5 levels. I'm hoping I can do it. Between the hunting log... Between the hunting log and... doing fates, I should be able to. So let's go ahead and try to get this hunting log taken care of. Are we in Western Thanalan? I don't think we are. Well, we are in Central Thanalan. We need to get to Western Thanalan. Nut is only a level 5 fate. Yeah, it might. This part of it might be a little bit of a drag, so I don't know if I want to actually stream this or not. Just because I mean, I kind of want to, but at the same time I don't want to, because I don't want it to take away too much from the stream. So what I think I'll end up doing is I might end up just ending stream here once I get to a safe spot, and then starting stream back up once I've gotten to level 15. What I'll do is once I end up being able to accept the next quest for either MSQ or for the pugilist, depending on which comes first, I'll end up starting stream back up again. So this is a relatively safe spot, so I'll just go ahead and crouch, and we'll go ahead and end the stream right here, and then we'll start it up whenever I get leveled enough. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next stream, video, VOD, thing. So, also, again, thank you, for anybody who has subscribed to this channel. We're at 136, so if you could, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I know it's pretty cringe to have to say. I really don't like saying it, but I'm having to say it so that we can boost those numbers. So I do want to try to make it to 150 subscribers. That is my small goal for now, is 150. So if we can get to 150 here soon, I would be a happy camper. And I do have plans for other videos coming up. Obviously, it's taking a while, but they'll be out. Trust me. So, as always, again, thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.